Tulsa, Oklahoma. I have two brothers here together, and we're going to interview them both, and I'm going to begin with the elder brother. Would you tell Angie?
N.G.
N.G. And what do those initials stand for?
Ned Glen.
Ned Glen?
Yeah.
Okay. When were you born?
May the 24th, 1912.
What was your mother's maiden name?
Nelma.
Nelma Ellen Warnock.
Warnock? Okay. And what was your father's name?
Nicholes.
that
Nicholes
his
Sampson.
Nicholas Sampson. Zickefoose.
Where were you born? Where? Where were you born?
Creek County.
Huh?
Creek County. You born in Creek County?
Yeah.
What town would that have been near? If it were near a town today, what town would it be near?
Sapulpa.
Sapulpa? Okay. Do you know if a midwife attended your mother in birthing you? Don't know? Okay. Were you born on a farm or in a hospital?
In the woods.
Huh?
In the woods. Do you know if he was born in, you don't? Okay. Do you, all right, just a moment. Hi. Basically, I want to ask you the same questions. Your full name?
Francis Nicholas Zickefoose.
Okay. What year were you born?
October the 20th, 1918.
Were your parents the same as his?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know if your mother had a midwife that attended in your birth?
I don't rightly know.
Do you know where you were born?
Yes. 710 Lincoln, Sapulpa.
Okay. Do you know your grandparents' names on your father's side?
Yes. Mary Emmeline Zickefoose. And Andrew Sampson Zickefoose.
Okay. Do you know what her maiden name was?
Horton.
Horton. Okay. On your mother's side, the grandparents.
My maternal grandfather was Barry Warnock. Barry Newton Warnock. And my grandmother was Margaret Warnock.
Have you any idea her maiden name?
No.
Okay. Since I'm focused on you right now, can you tell me the names of your brothers and sisters and perhaps the years of their birth and death if some are deceased?
None are deceased. My brother's name is Ned Glen Zickefoose, born in 1912. My sister is Nina June Zickefoose, born in 1915.
So you have just one brother and one sister?
Yes.
Okay. And your sister also has the same parents?
Yes.
What, do you know where she was born?
No, no.
Okay. When did you marry? What year did you marry and who did you marry?
Been married twice. First time to Geraldine Day in 1938.
Where was she from?
Keystone.
Geraldine Day, okay.
And the second is this lovely lady, Julia Faye Tharp. April Fool's Day in a leap year, 1948.
Is that T-H-O-R-P-E?
T-H-A-R-P.
T-H-A-R-P. Do you have children by either lady?
Both.
Would you tell us the children by the first wife?
All my boys are girls.
Oh.
My first daughter was born in 1939. Mary Louise. And the second daughter is Lennis Faye, born in April 1953.
And are those both by the first wife?
No.
Those are
One
both
of
by
each.
one of each. And was that second daughter Glennis with a G or Lennis?
L.
L. Okay. Okay.
L-E-N-N-I-C-E.
L-E-N-N-I-C-E. Okay. At this point, I'm going to include you both in the picture. Mr. Zickefoose, I failed to ask you your birth date, and he gave us a clue. May I ask you? Did I ask him? Okay, I thought I hadn't when he mentioned it. Okay. May I have your wife's name? Have you been married one time? What is your wife's name?
Inez.
And her maiden name?
Adams.
Adams?
Yeah.
Okay, and your children? What are your children's names?
Commencing with the oldest,
Yeah.
That would be good. Uh-huh.
Jimmy, James Glen,
Good.
Robert.
Robert Lewis, and
Tom.
Thomas.
Does Alice fall in there somewhere?
I'm next.
There's 5 children.
Okay, and who are we missing?
6. You got 6 children.
You have 6.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so who are the other 2?
Me, say me.
Alice?
Yeah.
And who?
Helen.
Alice Fern and
Helen.
Helen?
Helen Marie.
yeah, Helen and Marie.
And who's Helen?
And Chuck.
Chuck.
Is that Charles?
Charles. Yeah.
Okay, so you have 6 children.
Yeah.
Are they all living?
Yeah.
And yours, are your children all living still?
Yes.
Okay. Where was your home as a child? When your first memories of childhood, was it over at Sapulpa or was it at Keystone?
We have this problem
Okay.
in that my mother died when I was 10 months old, and I don't remember her at all. And I went to live with my paternal grandmother and grandfather. And Ned went to live with an uncle, my mother. And my sister went to live with an aunt, my mother's sister. So we kind of scattered out, and we didn't live together very much, very long.
Did you keep in touch through the years?
Oh yes.
Okay. Did your father remarry then?
No, he never
He
remarried.
never remarried. Okay. So where then did you make your home?
With my grandmother in Keystone.
In Keystone.
See, I was born in Appalaiachia and I learned right away I didn't like the place. So I lived there 6 months, then moved the folks over to Keystone.
You did that. Can you tell me, were you on a rural route or in town?
In town.
And what did those who took care of you do? What was your paternal grandparents employed as?
He was a farmer primarily. And when we get into the old-time Keystone section, see, the Cimarron River, Keystone was a mile above the confluence of the Cimarron and Arkansas, where the Cimarron River is into Arkansas. And Keystone was on the south side of the river, and what they called Appalaiachia was on the north side of the river. We lived on the north side of the river.
But it was still considered Keystone?
Yes, in that house.
Okay, in this house. A 2-story home. Do you know how many rooms?
8. 4 upstairs and 4 downstairs.
Did they have children in their care or of their own besides you?
No. They were all grown and married.
Okay. So in that home then, it was you only as a child?
Yes.
Okay.
They came on occasion. In fact, they both graduated from Keystone High School.
When you say they, who are you referring
Ned
to?
and Nina.
Ned and Nina both graduated from Keystone, so they lived in the area also then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What year did you graduate from high school? I'm going to hold that one up. From Keystone High School?
Yeah.
What year did you graduate? Or did you go just through so many grades?
Graduated from high school in about 31.
Okay, and you graduated?
In 35.
And Nina?
And 35.
In 35. You both graduated in 35. Do you remember any of your teachers, a favorite teacher of that time?
A.C. Brodell.
Okay, did you play basketball then?
Yeah.
You did? What was your position?
Second string, way down.
Way down. Does that mean you sat on the bench some?
Yeah.
What schools did you play? Or did you play schools? At that time, did schools play each other, or did you just play within the school?
Schools played each other.
Do you remember what?
Lanford and Turtleton and Jennings and Osage
And did you play basketball also?
and
Do you have some remembrances as to the win-loss record there?
no.
No? Did you enjoy the game?
Oh yes.
Okay. Would you want to tell me some of the classes that you took? Or who your favorite teacher might have been?
Well, this A.C. Brodell was the principal, and he taught science and agriculture. And Harvey Parks was the math teacher. Good teacher, excellent teacher. And a dude named Smith was the English teacher. And a lady named Lindblad was an English teacher. Miss Lindblad. And Bertie Bookout one time. He taught there 1 year, and he was a good teacher, and he was also the athletic director. We were too small to have a football team.
Which brings a question to mind. How many were in your class as an average?
We had the largest class ever to graduate from Keystone. We had 16.
16 in 1935. And 2 of them were from the same family. Who were some of your friends, your really close friends in school?
Harold Arthur Duck. See, in Keystone, everyone eventually was either related to the Ducks or to the Zickefoose.
Okay.
So Harold Arthur Duck was one of my best friends.
What was the size of the town then? Would you know the general population?
We had a sign outside the town that said 531 friendly folks and 2 old grouches. And my father was the grouch.
And your father was the grouch. May I ask you the same question? Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Who was your intimate friend in school? Who was a close friend? Who did you buddy with?
Edgar Holmes.
Would he have been related to Raymond Holmes in Manford?
No.
No? Okay. And okay, you went to school, and then when Saturday come, what did you do for entertainment?
Fish.
Did you fish a lot?
Yeah.
How about you?
That's Ed Holmes right there.
Okay.
Threw rocks in the water.
Okay, hold this for me, and I want you to move it forward and scared his fish away. Was that kind? Okay. When did you start? Well, he said that the people he lived with farmed, but they lived in town.
Well,
I stayed with my Uncle Pete a lot.
stayed with his uncle, and he was a
And,
farmer.
Huh?
And he was a farmer.
Yeah.
Yes.
So did you help out in the field?
He mostly odd jobs. And he run a road grader a while.
For the WPA?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't
County work.
that. It's maintenance.
Okay. Did you work in the fields much?
Regular.
After school?
Yeah.
Did they ever keep you out of school to work in the fields?
No.
No? Okay. Through the years, in 1919 or around 1917, they had some bad epidemics. Do you remember, did any of the people you know die from the flu epidemics or measles or whatever the epidemic was?
Our mother.
Our mother died in August of 1919
What did she die of?
from the pneumonia.
From pneumonia.